Hello, my friends. Back on Sendrith here, and we've just zoned out of Dagner's Cauldron into Butcherblock Mountains, and we've done so not just for a merchant run, but because I've made a big decision. I've decided we're going to Kern's. I'm getting bored with Unrest. We'll come back later. We're gonna hit up that fireplace, get a bloodstained mantle, and probably grind some hags. So we definitely need both fireplace and hags on our solo cleric strategy guide. But for now, I also want to get Kurns on that strategy guide, as well as a weapon that drops there, so I can stop having to summon this Hammer of Wrath. There's a weapon that drops in the basement of Kurns off of a mob that it should be pretty easy to get to. The problem is getting out, but that should be no problem, because I'll bind outside and then I can just gate out. So, yeah, this is exciting. I felt like there wasn't much. I felt the videos were dying, just doing the same stuff over and over again in Unrest, and I'm like, why not make it into an adventure? Plus, Kurn obviously brings some better gear. Expansions tend to do that. So by going over to Kurn, we're going to open ourselves up to some better gear. Aside from the club that I plan to get from Kern's Tower, there's other gear that drops in Kern's Tower. It's pretty heavy, to be honest, for hide. It's not ringmail, it's like a form of leather, but it's heavy leather. But it has stats, so that might be the way to go. This ringmail is just too heavy, and in fact, I think I'm going to sell this ringmail chest piece, but I'm going to keep the ringmail hat. I should sell all of it, to be honest. I should sell all of it. Perhaps I will. Because when we go to Kern's, it's going to be a long time before we can... I'm going to bind here, so that way I've got an easy trip back. Let me see, where are the docks? Oh no, the docks are... Oh well. Well, we're bound here. We'll bind again later. So after we go to Kaladin, we're going to pick up our level 24 spells. I'm tempted to run to Felwith and check to see if I can't get my hands on something. Like some gear that I can happen to find on a vendor, but I don't feel like chasing that around right now. Especially since it's not going to be the greatest gear anyway. Don't want to waste too much of my time. You know what I mean? Alright, usually I would cut to the right here, but I'm looking at my NParse map, and it looks like if I cut to the left, I go past some goblins through a little canyon over towards the docks. I think I'm going to do that. And then just outside the docks, I'm going to bind. That way, when I'm done inside, it's a quick and easy gate. Let's see what level these goblins are. Green. I believe there's some aqua goblins over here. So let's say you didn't like Unrest, too scared of the run across Dagner's Cauldron. I believe there are some mob choices, even at our current level, over by the water here in Butcherblock Mountains, the aqua goblin camps. However, I think your best bet is Unrest for sure. This guy is angry at me. If I recall, these are some like roguish. I saw someone else on a solo self-fam video killing these guys when they were green, but still gave XP. They're like rogues. It was one of those quests that they never really finished making. They're kind of like the Nightbright Sisters, actually, but they never actually finish the quest line, and they don't drop good weapons, so they're like Nightbright Sisters without any of the benefits at all. Aside from the fact that you can grind them and relatively easily single pull them, perhaps. What kind of sword is that? It's probably a rusty good for nothing is what it is. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm so tempted to kill them whenever I see them, the little skeletons, you know? Alright, we're coming up on the road that would take us to the docks. Port authorities to our left over here. Over this hill, I guess. I don't see this particular hill on the map, but it's probably because you can just climb over it. It usually maybe only mark hills that you can't climb over. So there's the docks, which is where we're going to head. We're going to take the boat to Furiona Vi. And we're going to walk from Furiona Vi to the Swamp of No Hope. We're going to cross the Swamp of No Hope to get to the Field of Bone. And we're going to cross the Field of Bone to get to Kern's Tower. And when we're done with Kern's Tower, There's a chest piece that does some HP points as well as some 10 points of magic resistance that might even be better for us than that which we would get off of Emperor Crushbone. Emperor Crushbone's only given us 8 magic save, ringmail, and 10's better. Even though he's given us 8 save to all of our resists, I'm not concerned with any of them except for magic. I just want that magic resist. So, and also the plus HP, I think it sounds like a good option. So here, it's telling me that I might be able to climb this mountain, and this might be the fastest way to get to Caledon. And yep, there we go. Good old Emparse. Take the birds flightway whenever possible with Emparse maps. Alright, so I'm gonna get us into Caledon, get us to the Clerics Guild bank, get us to the bank, get all of our money, go buy our spells, and I'll talk to you when we're getting ready to do that. Oh, I just decided to unpause because I did a /who all, and there's only 18 players on right now, and I think like 6 of them, like a third of them, are the no-res necessary people doing solo self-found. One of them is Redditor, Flowers of Happiness. He was the one who tried to gank me, I don't know if you remember. So it looks like I got out of Unrest just in time, because I'm guessing that's where he is right now. And probably came back into Unrest. Because what I think is these guys, they've got characters all over the world, and they just log on, check the zone, log off, hop on to the next one, etc., etc. Looking for someone to gank. That's why everybody on red stays anonymous, so you can't do /who all and then see what zone they're in. Alright, here we are in Caledon. Let's see if I can remember the way to the Clerics Guild. I don't think I think it's in the North Caledon, I'm almost positive. Yes, it is, for sure. First we'll hit up the bank, we'll pick up all of our cash. Just in case we need it. We're playing at a decent time of day right now, middle of the day. I'm on summer vacation right now. So I finally get a nice rest. Even my extra after school classes, they've been stopped. Everyone wants to enjoy their summer, go on a trip somewhere or something. Alright, ringmail coat, 4 platinum. Like I was saying in the last video, 10 weight, you get 4 platinum with the ringmail coat. The coif gives you 2.5 plat. For 6 weight. Well, let's see, the gloves give you 2.2 for a weight of 4. So as you can see, the smaller the item, usually the better money you're getting per pound. We're definitely selling this ringmail coat. I feel like we look better. Our cloth skirt looks better with the cloth top than it does with the ringmail top. Funny enough. Do I want to sell the ringmail arms? Let's see what he's got for me. I could switch back to a small patchwork or a small rawhide. I think the small rawhide chest is worth picking up and putting on again. $8 AC. Oof. I think I should sell the ringmail cape as well. And buy a rawhide cloak. Now I know I'm losing money by buying this stuff. I should, because I had it before, but I just need to get ready for my trip here. We're gonna sell our small bronze collar as well. We're gonna wear our gorget. Let's see, we got some rawhide gloves that do 4 with a weight of 2.2. These do 6 with a weight of 4.0. Oof. Yeah, you know what? If we're gonna go leather, let's just go leather. Right? Let's sell it all. Small ringmail visor. Boom. Small ringmail gloves. Boom. Let's get rid of all of our words that we picked up. There, look, our weight's already dropped down to 48. Now, again, I still have to summon my my hammer. What about our shoes? We still got plate shoes on. They weigh 5 pounds for 5 AC. Not a great ratio. But our only option are small patchwork, which is 3 AC for 2 pounds. It's only 2 less AC. So we're gonna go down to small patchwork as well. Rawhide would be better, but that's okay. Alright, let's sell whatever else we got going on here. Let's see. Rawhide wristband, 1.5 weight for 3 AC. Ringmail, 2.7 for 5 AC. 1.5 extra weight for 2 more AC. You know what? Let's just keep going. We need all the weight we can save, in all honesty. Alright, let's see how we look with our downgrade for weight purposes. And to be honest, the AC is not that much worse. Alright, that's decent. I still almost like the wearing nothing on top, the look better. But perhaps we can change our pants somehow. Let's see what we got in the bank. We still got a lot of crush bone belts. We'll save those, I guess. Maybe we'll sell them someday. Still got a lot to sell in here. Alright, we're gonna also save our bone chips. In case, I'm tempted, because when we go to Kern's, we're gonna kill a lot of skeletons, and we're gonna get a ton of bone chips, and we're gonna be right next to the Ixar starting city. So I'm tempted to start either an Ixar Shadow Knight or an Ixar Necromancer, leaning more towards Necromancer, and then just do like a drop and switch real quick and pick up all those bone chips on the Necromancer. Obviously I can't give him the crush bone belts because he will he can't turn them in. But I can give him, unless he was a monk. Could a monk, if he managed to get in there with sneak, turn in those belts? That would be crazy. Anyway, let me grab all my plat here, because I'll be back anyway to drop it back off. I'll keep a little bit before I head over to the Cleric's Guild. So let's take a look at our weight. Now again, we don't have our hammer. We got our weight down to 43, but we're carrying 136 plat, so I'm pretty sure a lot of that has to do with the plat that we're carrying. So we're probably down to like 40, I want to say, which gives us a good, which really means we're down to about 45, which gives us about 20 pounds worth of stuff to carry. And if we're just picking up bone chips and words, that should work out pretty nicely. I don't know where we could vendor, so I think we're literally going to have to pick up just bone chips and words, even if it's going to be tough, because sometimes they got these shields that drop that are worth like a platinum to sell in Kern's. And, oh, I'm going the wrong way. Thank you, Enpars. They got the shields that are worth a plat. I think they drop cracked staffs occasionally as well. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do an internet search to see nearest merchant to Kern's Tower for a good race and see what we can find there. What the heck? The map has lost me? It thinks I'm in southern. Why does my map think I'm in southern Caledon? There's no reason for that. It thought I was in northern Caledon earlier. Now it thinks that I'm in southern. Oh well, we made it. I think this is this Cleric or is this Paladin? Oh no, this is Cleric. Is there anything we need to train? Anything that we've unlocked due to our level yet? Let's train a barbarian language for fun. Froglock. I like to have at least one, just in case I get the chance to practice it. I don't think it can level up until you have 1 point in it. Could be wrong about that. Probably am. Let's see, what else? Anything else worth training? Ooh, not at the cost of 1 plat. I was thinking about training my 2-hand blunt, but not at that price. Alright. Alright, let's take a look at our level 24 spells. P99 Cleric. Alright, here we are. Level 24, Bravery. Definitely picking up Bravery. We already get an upgrade to Daring. That's interesting, because we just got Daring. Now we get Bravery. Heals 4 and increases HP by 114. Daring doesn't say how much. That's interesting as well. Counteract Poison. We get a stronger counteraction of poison. Do we want that? Dismiss Undead. Definitely. Definitely need that. Greater Healing. Also a definite. Hammer of Striking. Summons a Hammer of Striking. Now this might also... This we're definitely picking up. 629. Why do I not see the plus damage to undead? Was that only on the TLP servers? Well, that's annoying. I think... Let's see how that compares to our previous Hammer of Wrath. Hammer of Wrath was 632, this one's 629, so it's slightly faster. Okay. We get Sphere. We get our Fear spell. Point blank, area effect Fear. Do I want to pick that up? I think what we're going to get is Bravery, Dismiss Undead, Greater Healing, Hammer of Striking, and Fear. I'm not going to go for the symbol. I'm not going to go for the AoE Fear. Although I guess that could be good for PvP. I don't know. Alright, now just to find which one of these guys sells them. Alright, we found him. Wow, 12 plat for that Bravery. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Dismiss Undead, also 12 plat. Looks like all the spells we need for our level are 12 plat. Holy might, I believe we already have that. Yeah, that was a 19. It's 10 plat. Jeez. Inspire Fear, 12 plat. Okay. So I think that's good. I think that's all we need to buy. And here I thought we had saved up a decent amount of money. But doesn't feel like it anymore, right? Right now, I'm just looking for potential gear that may have been either sold by a player or maybe just randomly pops up in vendors. Something we might actually want to wear. Especially here in the Cleric Guild. You know, they might have a special something that a cleric would like. Makes sense, right? But I'm not seeing anything. We should go back to the bank. And, well, I think when I was selling to that guy, I believe I did take a look to see if he had anything we might like to wear. Looks like we're SOL on that, but that's okay. Alright. So we've got our spells, and we're going to keep them in. We're going to put them all into our last medicine bag here. Just 4. Not as many as I thought. We're going to go put our plat away. And we're going to see if double check to see if the vendor just outside the bank has anything worth purchasing. But we were just buying armor from him, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't. He has no gear that would be a nice upgrade for us. But that's fine. That's what we're going on this trip for. We're going to put all of our plat, all of our coin in the bank. We don't need any of it. Brings us down to 40. 40 weight. And if I wanted, I could knock that down some more. I could see this remail coif on my head. 6 pounds, 7 AC. Oh, as much as I love the look of the hat, without the rest of the ensemble, I'm thinking, let's just sell that too. Let's go hatless for fashion. Oh gosh. Looks so janky. It's alright though. The arm pieces are giving us a little bit of ringmail flare on the side, which I think is actually kind of ugly. So should I also get rid of those? How much do they weigh? They're weighing us down 3.5 pounds for 6 AC. That's a really nice weight to AC ratio. I'm not sure I want to replace that. 1.1 pounds for 3 AC versus 3.5 to 6, I guess. I guess it's better on the small patchworks. But how much do we want to drop our AC? Let's do it. We've already come this far. We've completely de-ring-mailed. I've also got a mithril earring to sell. Did I buy those sleeves yet? I did not. There we go. Alright, I like the look of those sleeves more. I wish I had some better pants. In fact, let me see how the pants compare. Small Patrick pants, 4 AC for 3 weight, 3 AC for 0.4 weight. We gotta keep these netted pants on. As much as I hate how they look. It's a beautiful AC to weight ratio. Okay. Look at us now. A step back. Oh, I gotta put my plaid away. And then I'm gonna run to the docks. Alright. Before I zone into butchers and make that run to the docks, I just wanted to show you, I had buffed myself up, and I summoned my hammer. We got ourselves down to 36 pounds of weight with the hammer in hand. So we've got 29 pounds of carrying capacity now. And we've also still got over 400 AC. So, I don't think we were that much higher in AC. It might make a huge difference. I really don't understand AC very much, but I think we made the right decision. We're looking good. Let's head to them docks. Big trip to Furiona Vi. I forgot I could gate there. Fool. There we go. Alright. Now this is going to be a long boat ride, but I do happen to know that, at least know which boat it is. It's the left side dock. Uh-oh. I'm seeing 4 other characters in zone right now. I just hope none of them come to hunt me down. One of them's a no res necessary, so I don't think he's going to be a problem. He's just doing a hardcore challenge character. But who knows? Who knows if other people are looking for us or not. Who also knows how long this boat's going to take. I appear to have gotten pretty lucky, because we're already seeing the boat right there. I've only been waiting a couple minutes. I know it could be like 15, 20 minutes, maybe more. Super lucky. Now, we just have to hope we get really lucky on the zones, that we don't fall into the ocean and end up having to swim our way through the very, very long zones we have to travel through. But if that's what it takes, I will do it. Oh gosh, I just hope I don't die in the water on red, you know? This is truly an exciting adventure here. Now I remember one time I saw the boat out there, just like this, like I do now, and I thought, did I do something wrong? Or do I need to swim out there? So I tried to swim out there and I couldn't get on it, and then it moved over to the dock, and luckily my swimming was high enough, I was able to get up here and get on the boat before it left. But I learned the hard way. Just wait, don't try to swim out to these ghetto little boats. Oh man, this is gonna be an adventure. I'm glad I did this. Unrest was just a grind. This is an adventure. This is a quest. Here they come. Is that like a male Medusa head going on? It looks like Caesar's symbol or something. What is that? Or is that the Green Man from Celtic lore? He's not supposed to be evil, though. Alright, we are on board. And I don't think it matters. There's going to be boats on both sides, I believe. Or no, there's not, I guess. I don't think it matters which ones you get on. Alright. Oh look, see, there is another pair of boats coming. I hope I'm right in assuming that it doesn't matter which pair I get on. And I'm almost certain that I am. Because I remember all these boats go to the same big boat. And they split apart from each other and they go on either side of that big boat. But all of them go to that big boat. So you don't have to worry about which ones you get on. They just made so many little boats for extra theatrical effect, I guess. You know, first expansion and all. Look at the boats passing through the pylons. Like they're not there. The Maiden's voyage is now ready to be boarded. Please form an orderly line to the shuttles. And remember, no pushing. Here we go. Wow, I've been waiting on this boat much longer than I ever was waiting for the boat to come. Look at... Uh-oh, I got bumped up by the levitate. I hope that's not a problem. Look at that beautiful moonrise or whatever. Sunset moonrise. Lovely. Truly lovely. Alright. I almost thought that I disconnected or something because of how long it's taking. But I think it's gonna move soon. Okay, the boats abruptly flicked like that right before they left. That was spooky. Here we go. So we take these boats off into the distance. I think we zone on them, unfortunately. And then in the next zone, we get onto the bigger boat. It'll take us the rest of the way to Firionavai. Uh-oh. Some player just shouted safe journeys. He must have seen me on the boat. Is he watching me? But he's one of the no-res necessary guys. I don't think he's ganking. I think he's sincere. He's not taunting me. Alright, here we are in Timorous Deep. Mm-hmm.
Almost there.
No, not almost there. Long way to go. I'm just talking to people on my video. We zoned it and it was raining. Looks like we're moving now. Gonna head to the big boat. So here we see the pairs of boats splitting up. They're getting ready to meet up with the true ship that we're gonna be taking. This part scared me at first. I was like, when I first did this journey, I was like, am I on the right boat? Or am I on the wrong boat? Where am I going? See, those boats even look like they're going like to some completely different location. It's like the opposite direction, off into nowhere. But then, boom, there's the ship. Now see, if I had been on those boats, I'd already be on the ship. So I'll have to remember next time. Get on the left side boats, if there is a next time. Oh. She's blinking in and out of existence. She's got a... Is it a Romulan vessel? She's got a cloaking device. Here we are, just like... going off into nowhere now, apparently. And there's the ship again. Dang, they make these shuttles super slow. And super janks. We gotta be extra careful. Do not want to fall in the water as I make the trip over. One might be tempted to try to jump into this, whatever this is. Oh, that's like the sails thing. It's not an entry to the ship. Maybe that's where some evil races will hide. Right? Get a levitate and go over to that part of the ship. Is that necessary though? I don't think so. Alright, and we made it on. We gotta find a safe spot to chill out so that we don't get left behind in the event that, oh gosh, I'm sinking into the deck here. Alright, we're gonna chill here and we're gonna hope all goes well. Let's take a brief look around. Look at those big sails. Okay, and we are on the move. And this is going much faster than the shuttles. Much faster. Which is nice. We don't get to see much because these big sails. I wonder if they did that intentionally. I don't think so. Seem to be moving northward at the moment. I'm sure we'll turn. Wow, look at those sails flipping, flapping around. Alright, I'm gonna pause it for a while. Alright, we zoned into Furiona Vi, and oh, there we can see the beautiful statue. I didn't realize these sails were see-through. There she is, Furiona Vi herself. In all of her glory. High elves are the best. And there's the city. Wow, this boat really does move. I definitely appreciate that about it too. I'm tempted to jump off right here. Oh yeah, that is exactly where you're supposed to jump off. Alright. And we made it to Kunark. Furiona Vi. Anybody else in zone? Nope, thank God. Alright, since we made it over here, I guess it would be a good idea to bind again. We're just gonna be binding our way across Kunark. Keep it safe. We'll bind right here. Boom. Alright. Let me consult my map, figure out where do we go from here. I think we gotta head north, straight north, I think, to the northern end of the zone. But we're gonna have to be careful. It's not a safe place. It's gonna be a trying run. Something worth recording, I do think. Alright, yes, we gotta make a run straight north to get to the Swamp of No Hope. That's where we're headed. And apparently there's 2 zones to the Swamp of No Hope, so while I let the character auto-run, I'm gonna look at the Swamp of No Hope map and see if I can't figure out where I want to zone in from. Looks like either works. The leftward one is a little better, which is what we're heading for anyway. But again, this is not gonna be very safe at all. We got Root up, we've got Divine Aura up, but still, I'm not so excited about our chances. I'm gonna bind again. Well, I don't want to bind too close to the guards, because I don't want to die twice if something goes wrong. But I'll bind back over here. I don't think there's much undead. I think we have living mobs to contend with. However, I'm still gonna try an invis versus undead, just in case. Just for a little added safety. And here we go. Oh, I've never actually hunted in this zone. Ever. On any character. Pilgrims are our friends. In terms that they won't kill us, but they are not going to do anything to save our lives. Family's just getting home, so you're gonna hear some background noises. Alright, looks like there's another pilgrim. So far, so good. Lots of pilgrims. Are those Drixies friendly too? They are. Now, I think it's the pirates we gotta worry about. And, of course, Drachnids. Oh, good lord. This is... Oh, I'll be surprised if we survive this, but I'm going for it anyway. They're all redcon mobs around here. Look at that. Oh, gosh. Scary. Okay, we're gonna try to get some high ground, which should give us more visibility. Wow, they are everywhere. What am I doing here? You know, I vaguely remember making this run before, way back in the day, on a little ranger. Look at this. One of the spiders I selected is dying. I think he's fighting the pilgrim and losing. That's good to know. I don't think I would make it back to the pilgrims, though, if anything went wrong. We are getting close enough that I'm getting hopeful we're gonna make it. I was doubting it. Oh gosh. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. I'm not even gonna look back at this point. Oh, now we got goblins to contend with too. Oh my goodness. It's okay, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We're not out of the woods yet, but psh. Right? Alright. Is this a relatively safe area? It feels like there's no mobs here. We're getting close to the zone in. But I've learned to use third person to peek over hilltops before cresting them. Like so. Wow. Wow. We did it. At least we made it to the swamp of no hope. Now this place seems relatively safe. Look at this. It's nearly empty. So I'm going to get a bit closer to the zone line. And then I'm going to bind once again. So we don't have to do that run we just did again. Because that was definitely a dangerous run. Alright, this looks like a good spot here. We're really close to the zone line. Throw a bind infinity on us. See if it works. You feel yourself bind to the area. Alright, good. Here we go. Well, I think I'm going to med up before we get into the swamp. Okay, we're just zoning into the swamp of no hope. I hope my alt tabbing to turn on my recording at the same time of the zone didn't screw it up, but we'll see. Gonna have a bit of background noise now. Lots of family activity going on. Alright, so this zone is level 1 to 25 mobs, it says, with a little plus, which I think means just having a few. higher than that. But I think for the most part, we should be pretty good. I thought I saw a goblin, but that's just the corner of the tree. Okay. So I'm watching my end parse map. We're gonna make our way through the woods, and then we're gonna have to make our way through the swamp. But I think we can hug the left wall. There's a good deal of undead. I saw some undead ruins mentioned. I've never been in this zone either. But I do believe, because I saw haunted ruins listed, and from my experience in Kunark, I bet that there's an area of the map that's mostly undead, which is good. We're gonna throw up our invis versus undead right now. Okay, so we just gotta keep heading north. And if we can hug the left wall most of the way, at some point we're gonna get close to Cabalus, which is a no bueno. Because, oh look at that, a feaster, insatiable devourer, red, glowering at me dubiously. That means he's not KOS to us. And that seems like a higher level than I was expecting. The mosquito also glowers at me dubiously. I think dubious is non-KOS, but I don't want to test it. How do the froglocks? The froglocks are ready to attack me, and they are blue. I've got my living nuke up, but let's hope we don't have to use it, because there's every chance of getting ads. Look, they got this famous leeches. They're dubious as well. You think a leech would be KOS. Maybe it's because I'm not in the water. Alright, oh, there's a warrior. Got it. Book it away, book it away. Okay, we did not aggro the warrior. Here we go, continuing. I mean, perhaps we should. Is this shoreline totally infested with froglocks? Do we want to head towards the center? Would there be less froglocks there? Like I said, I really don't know. I really don't know. But I like the idea of hugging this wall. It just feels safest. It's more of a straight shot too. And I move faster out of the water, even though I did get my swimming up to a decent level. Whew. So this will take us to the Field of Bone, should we survive, which I think we will. Me dangerously checking the map. We gotta skirt Cabalus, and then we'll zone into the Field of Bone, and from there I'm pretty sure we're safe, because the Field of Bone is a lower level zone. Also one I'm more familiar with. I do have an Ixar monk, so I have some experience in the area. I'm tempted to cut this way. Is there a landmass that cuts in? It looks like there is some landmass over here, but I could be mistaken on the map here. No, it looks like it's still swampland. Well, look at that. There's some. We're gonna cut through here. That way we're going well clear of Cabalus. Froglock Escort, that's a named one, so he's probably for some sort of quest. He's also green to us. Now we're cutting more towards the center of the zone. Gonna skirt well around Cab, not having to worry about it at all. Trying to keep an eye out for anything in amongst these trees. You know, looking around corners. There, we got a frog over there of some sort, but we lost sight of him. We want to keep heading this way. Gosh, these trees are getting so dense, it's hard to... It's like I'm just going to end up rounding a corner and right into something. Froglock Fisher, reasonably safe. So I think now that we're getting closer to Cabalus, we're getting the lower level mobs. I think the higher level ones... Ooh, Manslayer. Glares at me threateningly. Looks kind of dangerous. That's a higher level blue. And he is KOS. You know, this probably wouldn't be a horrible place to do some hunting. Yeah, it's mostly living, although I could go check out the haunted ruins. Maybe there a lot of undead might even be the right level. But I'm not going to sit here and go look on the wiki. Right? Interesting statue there. Okay, man-eating fern, ready to attack, but reasonably safe. That's not a fern, though. They title it a man-eating fern, and it looks like a flower. But do you know what a Fern is? Brigand. I would probably win this fight. It's not certain though. So he's a green that would still give experience. And according to my end parse map, basically just want to cut through this part of the swamp right here. It looks like this is a landmass, just slightly covered with water. See, look, we ran the whole way there. And we are almost there. We are almost there. Now I am thinking when I'm done with currents, which it won't be too long before I'm done with currents. We're already pretty high level for currents. And I really am going there for some gear. And then I can get a couple levels off of some of the higher level skeletons near the top. But it might be a bad idea all around, because currents is such a hot spot that I might be putting myself back in the way of gankers. But I really want to get that one-hand blunt weapon that drops off the skeletal cook in the basement. So that way I don't have to summon my hammer. I think it's better than my hammer. It's got some stats. I think it even has some wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. And it's got a proc that will give me like strength and AC and agility buff proc. That's kind of cool. A solo self-found proc weapon. I came over here for it on blue Sendrith as well, and I was having a lot of trouble getting it because I made the mistake of killing a burn eye. What are they, like badgers, right? I killed one of them, and as soon as you kill one of them, you're KOS to them. Prior to that, you're not. I killed one, and so I just having so much trouble getting down there in the basement. And some higher level guy was there, and he helped me do a corpse recovery. And then I explained to him what I was trying to do, and he's like, "Oh, you're going after that club?" He's just like, "Here you go." He like had like 2 in his backpack. I guess he was farming the skeletal cook for another quest. There's like a finger bone quest that is done in the tower as well, off of the same mob that drops the item I'm looking for. So he had collected a couple of those clubs, and I think another mob nearby drops a shield just like the one I'm using now, but it's got a different name, but it does 10 magic resistance, 10 AC. It's like literally the exact same stats as what I got from the orc trainer. So yeah, you could come over here much earlier. In fact, it's a great idea. Like level 10, 11, 12, it's a great time to come to Kern's Tower. Undead skellies for days. They don't social. You bring your panic undead, and whenever you want, you can just fear that mob and let him run around while you med up or bandage up. I know clerics don't usually use bandage, but that's what I used to do with my monk. The monk would have a fear. I forget what it's called, but it's like an ability. It doesn't use mana, obviously. And I just fear the skeleton and bandage myself in the middle of the fight if I needed to, once that fear was a high enough level. Alright, well, we finished the swamp. The swamp wasn't as dangerous a run, but still, I'm feeling like after we make this zone through, it would be a good time to bind. If we're making the zone through. Oh, I shouldn't have tabbed out. Let's give it a second here. Alright, we've made it to the field of bone. Let's bind here. Wow, Fizzle City. It's a relatively safe area. And the bind was successful. Let's throw up a fresh Invis verse Undead. Again, Fizzle City. What is with it? Look at my mana now. I was at full mana. Let's see how many fizzles we got. 1, 2 fizzles on Bind Affinity. 1, 2 fizzles on Invis verse Undead. And fizzles take mana too. Alright, I remember this place. Good times. We gotta watch out for the... There are some higher level mobs that might aggro us, but not many. And I think most of them are in the pit and around Kern's Tower, which we're not near yet. This is still relatively close to... Oh, see, look, that guy, you probably win this fight. It's not certain, though, so... He'd attack us. That seems to be the general rule. Like, if a mob would not give you experience, it does not attack you. It's not KOS on site, with a few exceptions. There are some mobs in certain areas that are willing to attack any level player that gets within a certain range. Although I think even for them, they get a narrower aggro radius in equivalence to the level. But most of the time, if a mob is greened out to the point where you would not get any experience for killing it, you could literally walk right through it and it would leave you alone. So you see the Burn Eye Excavator here? I just conned him and he's dubious to me. The minute I kill a single one of them, I'm KOS, just a single kill. That's how they do it. I kind of think that's kind of cool, kind of funny. They're like, it's the only instance of that I can think of, but it makes the most sense. Like, as soon as somebody kills one of your people, you know, you're willing to kill them on sight. See, look, Greater Skeleton, you probably win this fight. It's not certain, though, so we're getting experience from these mobs just outside of Kern's Tower as well. And there she is. We made it. We made it. Oh, and I feel myself starting to appear. That's the first time I can remember on this entire run on this Sendrith that I've had an invis drop prematurely, and it might have happened at another time, I just don't remember, but it's been rare enough to where it feels like I've gotten incredibly lucky with it so far. Now I think I do have to go around. Yes, I do, unless I want to drop into the pit. Gotta go around here. And we'll bind just outside the entrance. And I think that would be a good place to call it on this video. Just call this video The Journey to Kern's Tower. And the next video can be when we begin the actual trying to get that piece of equipment I was mentioning. We made it. On foot. No less. No port. No nothing. Again, I am a little worried that this is going to be a dangerous area as far as PvP goes. But I'm going to give it a try anyway. I wouldn't be surprised if on Red I was like the first high F cleric to come here. Probably not, but perhaps. Alright, you guys. We made it. The journey to Kern's Tower. We have done it. We have done it. Do 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 do. We'll catch you next time as we head on in. We're gonna go straight for the basement and try to get that hammer I was mentioning. It's gonna make us KOS to the badgers, but that's because the placeholder, even though it's an undead skeleton, for some reason it is on the faction. So once I kill him, they'll all be gunning for me, but I'll be bound here, so I'll just camp that spawn. I'll stay down there and camp that spawn. I won't leave till I get that hammer, and then I'll gate back out. And then we'll probably go up to the upper floors and we'll start grinding out some XP here at Kern's. Why not? We came this far. Once we get enough of a level, I'm gonna try to go see what else I can do around the area. I think in Warslick Woods I could do the giants. There's a giant fort over there, and then there's the brutes nearby as well. I think I might need to be a little bit higher for the brutes, but the brutes drop a lot of gems, which would be another place for us to make money. Again, also another bottleneck for gankers, but they can't be watching all the bottlenecks, right? I assume that these ones that are a little harder to get to might be a little safer. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people start Ixars though, so might not be so safe. Anyway, catch you next time, guys. Peace and love.